friends, this is gonna be a very personal story, and maybe you saw the title, The Worst Thing About Being Trans, and that is probably different for every single person. Some people might share those feelings, some might not, but let's talk about what it is for me. So we all know it's not easy, obviously, right? It's made to not be easy by society, sadly, but many of the things can be overcome. There is medication, you can get surgeries, you can get therapy, you can get all kinds of things, and all of those kind of things can help, and most of the time do help, and people are happier after it, right? HRT literally is magic, we do know that, right? We do know that, but there are some things that, at least with our current state of medicine and science, we still cannot do. And I want to talk about that, right? Because let's say we already have, let's talk about some things that are annoying but are overcomable, right? In many states and in many places in the world, you are allowed to legally change your gender. Unlike your documents, you're allowed to change your name. You are allowed to get like HRT either by paying for it yourself, or even if you're lucky, you get it from your insurance, right? In some places like Germany, you can even like get stuff like the surgeries for quote unquote free. It's still a lot of work to get there, but it can be paid by the insurance, right? And just the fact that we have the science, that we have people doing these kind of surgeries, is like already such a boon. It's amazing, right? But I now want to talk about something very personal. Ever since I was like 6 years old, that is when my first sister, well, not my first sister, that is when one of my sisters got their first child. It was like the first child from the trio of our three people, our three kids from our parents, right? So I have two older sisters, and then there's me. And that basically was the first grandchild for them. And for me, that was a niece. And so basically, I'm 6. That niece is like 0, just born. And I was like, oh my god, babies are cool. I want kids. And even then, from like a young age, I was like, I do kind of want kids. I want my own kids. I want like 3 kids. But then the more I learned about how the human body worked and how everything worked, I was like, I I don't want kids the way a father has kids. I want kids the way a mother has kids. And this is not easy to talk about because this is something that most likely for myself. And I know you can do stuff nowadays. Obviously, you can adopt, and it's a beautiful thing to adopt someone, right? Because that is saving someone. Basically, you can still have a child, but it's not the same. It is not the same. And this is not to like do any shade on people who cannot get children, to say, oh my god, that's not your real child or whatever. No, this is just a personal feeling that I always said that if I would have a child, I would need it to have produced that child myself. Otherwise, I don't really care. And I know it's like a weird feeling. It's a weird contradiction, right? Because technically, yeah, I could still be a mom. I could adopt someone, but it's not the same. And that's kind of weird, and that kind of sucks. And I know there have been like some experiments in the past where like a uterus was placed into a trans woman's body. And I think she sadly passed away, but that was not because the experiment kind of failed. That was more because it was like very early in like medicine. It was like 40-50 years ago. Yeah, we did those things so many years ago and then like never really worked on that. And it was more because like there was an infection, if I remember the story correctly, right? And it's possible that like maybe in a few years, maybe even in like our lifetimes, we get to a point where such kind of surgery would be like possible, would be like able, would be like something we can do. But right now, it is not. So I've kind of resigned myself to just be the cool aunt for the nieces and the one nephew that I do have. And it's like with all things, with being trans and stuff, it's like one day it's hard, one day it's more bearable, and one day I don't think about it at all. But the days I do think about it are kind of hard. And I did have them recently, so I kind of wanted to share this. And maybe I thought you could share something that you kind of hate. It sucks, okay? Sometimes it's okay to vent. Listen, I try to be very positive on this channel. We have memes here, we have nice little stories, we have nice little showcases of things. But I think sometimes it's very healthy to just vent, okay? We have to be careful to not go like too deep down the rabbit hole where it's like it's this downward spiral and it ends in depression. That's like, that can happen, right? And there are people you can talk to. But I think just having like a good AF event session with like a friend, with a family member, with you guys in a video can be pretty nice. So that's basically the topic of the video. So let's talk about something fun. I have been really addicted to Magic the Gathering recently. If in case you haven't like seen, the gaming channel has basically converted to a Magic the Gathering channel now. And I am so much into it. I'm playing Magic Arena. I'm buying cards. I'm selling cards. I'm like opening packs. It's fun. It's very fun. And there's basically like I don't have much to complain about really in life in the general terms of senses. Like I have my 4 channels now. I'm pretty happy about them. They're getting content semi-regularly, and I have you guys to talk to. There's the Discord still going. Discord in the comments, by the way. Go there, go there, go there. And it's still only the half of 2025. I was about to say 2024. It's not 2024. Anyway, we're like halfway done with 2025, and there's still so many things I want to do. There's like new shows that are coming out. By the way, I'm watching Bleach. I talked about it on the ASMR channel. I don't know if I talked about it on this channel. I like did a rewatch of Bleach, but skipping all the fillers and even like in some of the canon episodes, skipping some of the things that are boring. And I'm like on episode 270 or something. I'm basically at the invasion of Karakura Town, in case you've watched it. So it's like very close to the end of the like OG Bleach. Because I did want to watch Bleach 1000 Year Blood War, but I was like, I love Bleach music, I kind of love the Bleach story and the fights. Let's go back and watch all the cool things again and then start the new thing. Because like all of the episodes are on Disney Plus. I'm watching it in English actually. Excuse me, my god, there was like a half bath and half sneeze. Anyway, I'm watching it there. It's kind of cool. It's kind of swell. But yeah, do let me know what you're up to right now. It's like, it's the middle of the summer. We already had like 2 30-degree days here in Germany, which is freaking crazy. Listen, I'm so happy that this year I'm down in the basement and I record here, because like last year at this point in time, my PC room, dude, last year was so long ago. Last year at this time, my PC room was still upstairs. Basically at like the attic. Let me tell you, in the summer, a wooden house, the attic, it was getting so hot. It was ridiculous. Like streaming was impossible. I mean, I don't stream anymore. Don't stream anyway anymore, so that doesn't matter. But yeah, that is what has happened. So yeah, more things coming, more things happening. So do let me know your things, your feelings, and I don't know, give me, you know what, I like summer, give me like a sun emoji. I haven't asked for an emoji in a while, so give me a sun emoji. And you know what, if you haven't like, subscribed yet, maybe do like the video, maybe even share it with a friend. I never say that, but like share the video with a friend, okay? And I'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye.